Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to see string methods in JavaScript. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future content. Now let's start the video. Yes, so string methods in JavaScript we generally use to manipulate the string and to modify the string. Okay, so whatever string we are going to have, that we can modify with the help of string methods. Okay, so and as you can see, I have created one file in my JavaScript folder, and so far we have did so many basic thing we have learned. If you want to check out those, link is in the description. You can go ahead and check out that. And let's see the first method in the string methods. Okay, so first method we have to lower case. Okay, so this is the method we have. Let's create a string. Okay, so I'll say str, and this is a string, I'll say, and first log it. Okay, let's log and check how it's coming, and then we'll apply the lowercase. Okay, so for to running we have node.js. We can run using the node, and we can see our string is coming. This is a string, and now let's apply the str. Okay, so I'll create one more log here, and in the log only we'll going to do that. So I'll say str, and after that what you have to do is you have to apply dot to lower case. Okay, and this spelling should be matched because this is one of the method in string methods, right? So the method will start with a small t, and then L is caps and the C and caps. Okay, this is the casing which we can say camel casing, which is going to be applied here. And once you apply this, it will going to turn a whole string into lowercase. Okay, so let's check that. I'll just clear this console and run this 22, and you can see here we are able to get the totally lowercase string here. Okay, and similar to this we have one more method to uppercase. Okay, so if you want to make it uppercase, we can do that as well. So I'll say here str dot to uppercase. Okay, and if I console it now, we should be able to see the caps also. Okay, so you can see here this is the uppercase string we are getting, this is the lowercase, this is the actual string. Okay, and we are able to convert into lowercase as well as the uppercase. Okay, yes, so next up we have replace method. Okay, so with the replace method, what you can do is you can replace any part of the string using the replace method. Okay, suppose I want to replace this string to some other name. Okay, so what we can do that time is so the method name is replace, and I'll just do log, and I'll say str dot replace. Okay, and in this what you have to provide is first what you are searching for and what you want to replace for. Okay, so there will be two values you have to provide. So the first value in string format I have to provide, which is string, and I'll replace it to my name. Okay, so which is Elias. So what it will going to do is it will going to replace this particular string to Elias. Okay, so let's check. I'll just comment on the earlier strings, which is lowercase and the uppercase, and if I run now 22, and now you see this is the old string, which is like this is a string, and now is changed to replace to this is a Elias. Okay, actually we can change a as well, so it will say like this is Elias. Okay, so that also we can do. If they say a string, it will going to replace that as well. Okay, so I'll run it. Now you can see it's saying this is Elias. Earlier it say this is a string. Okay, so with the string sorry, with the replace method, we can replace any part of the or any slice of the string. Okay, and then next up we have the concat method. Okay, so what we can do with this is we can just concatenate. Okay, so we know that we can use plus symbol as well to concatenate it, but we can have a method as well that also we can use. Okay, so let me log it and show you. Okay, and I'm just logging this result because to show you, if you want to create a variable and you have to like new str, and then in that you want to do that, it will also works. Okay, so let's do in this way. So what you have to do then is you have to write the str, which is our earlier string, This is the one, and then you have to use concat method. In that you have to provide what you want to add it to this string. Okay, so I'll say question mark for now. So what it will going to do is it will going to have this particular string combined with the question mark. Okay, here. So this will going to be concatenate to this, and now if I log this new str, we should be able to see the concatenation result. Okay, so let's do this. And now you see, this is the previous one, this is Ilias, but you can see here this is a string and question mark. Okay, so this is how you can do the concat and the replace methods. Okay. Yes. So next up we have slice method. So why we use slice method is in order to get a particular part of a string outside. Okay, out of that string we can use. So suppose like if I want to get the starting one, this, okay, this is the one. If I want to get it outside, so that time I can use slice. Okay, so let's see how it can be done. Again, I am using log. If you want to have a variable and that you want to store it, you can do that as well. Both of them will work. So what we have to do is we have to write a string name str, which is our variable here, and then write a dot and say slice, and then you have to provide the start number and end number. Okay, so let's see what are the numbers here. Okay, so now you see this string we have. Okay, so we need to see how many length is there. Okay, length is how many characters are there. Okay, so to find the characters first, what we can do is we can log it again and we see str dot length. Okay, so with this we can get the length of a string. Okay, so let me clear this and say run this, and now you see here we are getting 16 as a length of our string. Okay, so it will going to calculate each character as well as the space as well. Okay, so based on that we can get it whatever string we want. Okay, and it will going to start from 0 and end with the 15. Right now we have the length as 16. Okay, so as it is starting from 0, that's why we'll have the till 15 we have to count it. Okay, but the length will be 16. Okay, and now suppose if I want to get these four letters from here, so what I have to do is 0 comma 4 I have to do. Okay, so that it will going to fetch this thing. Okay, so let's do that. I'll just hide this, and this is how we can get the length of the string, and here I'll say 0 comma 4. Okay, so now let's run it and let's see what is the output. Okay, so if I say 22, and now you see we are getting this as our output. Okay, so we are able to get this particular slice out of it. Okay, so this is how we can get it. And one more thing is it's starting from 0 until 4 it's going. Okay, so the space is also going to come as it is 4. If we do 3, then let's see what will going to happen here. And you see if I do 3 and it's remove the s from there. Okay, because what it will going to do is it will going to match, like it will going to start from 0, but it will not going to fetch the end value, which is right now in this case is 3, and here this is s is the 3. Okay, the s index or the third 3 index we can say for the s. Okay, so this will not going to fetch whatever is there before that, will going to fetch it out. Okay, or the slice it out. So if I say 4 here, whatever is there between this, okay, not exactly 4 but 0 to 3 will going to get it out or sliced. Okay, so this is how the slice method works. And same with the one more method, we have the substring. Okay, so substring also we can use that will also do the same thing what its slice is doing. So if I say str dot substring, all the letters are small letters here, no camel casing. And then if I say 0 comma 4, and now if I run this again, you will get this. Okay, so this is the our string. And if you want to provide something like 7 comma 8, and now you see nothing we are getting, because 7 comma 8 we will going to get only somewhere this string. Okay, so if I do 7 comma 20, okay, so because 20 doesn't exist, as we saw the length str dot length, it's saying 16 only, but we are trying to fetch 20. Okay, so let's see what will going to happen now. If I say node 22 and run it, now you see a string we are getting and then nothing. Okay, so it will not going to return any error, it will going to give whole string whatever is remaining. Okay, So that's how this slice and substring work. And one more method we have, which is includes. Okay, so includes is a method. So what it will going to do is it will going to return us if a string, if a part of a string exists on that string or not. Okay, if I say here we have this is a string. Okay, and I want to check if is exists in this. Okay, so that we can check, and includes will going to return us the boolean value either true or false. Okay, so let's check that how it will going to work. So I will say str dot includes, and in that I'll say is. Okay, and now it will going to return us the value if it exists or not. Okay, so if it is exists in this str, it will going to return us true, or else it will going to say false. Okay, so let's check that one. So 22, and now you see it's saying true. Okay, it means is exists in the our string. Okay, so if I say is some number, okay, or some string, some random string, I'll give it inside this, and I'll going to check it now. Okay, so let's see what it will going to give us. Now you see it's giving false. Okay, it means this is not exist, whatever string we are providing, it's not exist in this particular string. Okay, so that's how includes work. Okay. Yes. So now let's see one more method in string methods. We have it as index of. Okay. So what index of will going to do is, if we provide some string, it will going to say what is the index of that string. Okay. So in our example, let's say if I want to know about A. Okay. So we have A, and for this I want to know the index of it. Okay. So using the index of method, I can check what is the index for this particular string. Okay, so let's do that. So I'll just log this and say str dot index of, and here we have the camel casing. We have to see uh, index of, and then I will provide the string here. Okay, so it's not like only one letter or character. You can provide the whole thing. Okay, so if you provide this, and it will going to provide the result of that as well. Okay, index of that. So right now let's check for A, and let's understand how this particular method works. Okay, so now if I run this, now you see it's saying 8. Okay, so we can calculate here. Starting we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is the 8th character, and we are getting the 8 as the index number. Okay, so let's suppose let's try to find out for the ease. Okay, ease we have right in the string. So let's find out that, and if I run now, you see we are getting 2, but I don't think so is on the second index. Okay, now you see how exactly it's checking this. Okay, so it will going to check whatever it comes up firstly. Okay, so it will check the character wise. Okay, not the word wise. Okay, here you see this is a word, but here we are trying to find for this one, but it's finding for this one, and as it is on located on 2, which is the first index, it will going to provide, which is I index. Okay, which is 2. So first it will check this one, and then check this one, and then this one. Okay, so now as this string is matched here, it will going to return as 2 as the value. Okay, which is the index number. And suppose if you provide something which is not exist in this, then what it will going to provide is, it will going to provide us the -1 as our the value. Okay, as it is not exist, that's why it will going to provide the index as -1. Okay. Yes. So next up we have our last string method, which we can say is as a trim method. Okay. So what it does exactly is, trim method will going to trim the spaces from the start and the end. Okay. So let's suppose we have this string. Okay, and we have so many spaces at the start and end. Okay. So this particular spaces, it will going to remove it. Okay. So let me clear this and run it again and show you. And you see here we are getting spaces at the start and the end. Okay, end is like not exactly shown here, but you can see at the start we are getting some spaces. Okay, so these spaces we can remove using trim method. Okay, and the use case where exactly we can use this. Okay, so generally we'll have a text box where we required username or password. In that, what will you what user may can do is, they can add some spaces at the start and the end, but we don't require that. Okay, so that time we can use trim method, which will going to remove the spaces whatever is there at the start and the end. Okay, that we can do. So let's see how we can use this. So first thing what you have to do is you have to have the variable string variable, and then you can do trim, and that's it. Okay, and now if I run this, it will going to trim the spaces. Now you see this is the first one with the spaces and the second one without spaces. Okay, so this is how we can do, or we can use trim method. In the trim method there are some other method, like if you want to only trim the start and not to the end, you can do that. And if you want to only trim the end not to the start, you can do that as well. Okay, so we have trim start and trim end. Okay, so this we can use, and we can do that. Okay, so let's check this as well. I'll just comment on this one, and I'll say here uh, trim start. Okay, and if I run this, the starting ones will going to be removed. See, starting one. Okay, let's see this by one trick. Okay, if I do length here and same thing here, str dot length, so it will going to say us what is the exact length, as spaces are as well a length, right? So now you see here, it's saying 51 for this string, and then we have a trimmed one, and we can see for the trim one we have 37. Means the starting spaces it removed. Okay, so here how I am doing is I'm just doing like str dot length, which is the normal string, and after trim, this is the one, this is the after trim one. So that also I'm doing dot length. Okay, so this is also work, and whatever result it will going to bring, with respect to that, the length will going to be compared here. Okay, so the it is 37 now it's showing. Okay, so let me comment on this one as well, and let's see the trim end similar way in this, and I'll just do this str dot length to check how what is the length of that, and then we can use str dot trim end. Okay, and let's check the length as well for this, whatever result we are getting from the trim. Okay, so let me clear this and run this again, and now you see we have this string, and similar string we are getting because it's only removing the spaces from the end, not to the start. That's why we are getting the same string how we have here above, but you see length is different. Length for the first string is 51, which is the original string, and then when it's saying this is a string, here it's saying 30, which means it's removing the spaces from the end. Okay, so that's how string methods, which is trim start end and the normal trim, will work. Okay. Yes. So we saw in this video these methods. Okay. So length, two lowercase, two uppercase, replace, concat, include, slice, substring, and indexOf, and also the trim methods, which are like trim, trim start, and trim end. Okay. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.